how to attract quality women in 2024. Now, this video is guys for guys, simply because I am not a lesbian expert. But the best way for a guy to attract a quality woman, is for himself to be a man of quality. And quality in men and women, I think, are a little bit different. I think men or women are basically the same people, the same interests, the same hobbies, the same emotions that they feel. They're basically the same. But when it comes to what they're attracted to, they have slight differences on what that is. So the quality of attractiveness between a man's eyes and a woman's eyes are a little bit different. So a lot of guys, as much as you can say they're pigs or whatever, they will rate a girl a lot on her looks. You can ask any guy, a woman, he will be asked, do you like this woman? Do you not like this woman? And independent of the personality, him wanting to be with that person, him wanting to have a relationship with that person, is going to, in some ways, depend on her looks. Is his looks up to his standard? And if his standard is, oh, no actual pretty girl has ever shown me interest, I'm obviously not that attractive to pretty girls, well, I guess my standards of looks are going to be quite low. And so he can fall in love with the girl, and he can look at a girl who is genuinely a 4, and I don't say this to be mean, but a person who doesn't take care of himself, isn't the most hygienic, isn't the most up-to-date on how to socialize, and he could date a girl who's genuinely a 4 in the looks because that's not his standard. I would personally, I could not be in a relationship with a girl who I found unattractive. And that's not an insane thing to say. If a girl was in a relationship with a guy who she found unattractive, that's not a good relationship. And so for guys, they need to physically find the woman attractive first. They need to physically find the girl attractive first. Now, the difference between girls when they're looking at what is attractiveness is, yes, they look a little bit on the looks. Is he up to my standards? But this is just one out of many. Where on a guy, looks may be genuinely like 50% that they're looking for in a girl, and the other half is personality. And say this is for maybe a longer term relationship. On a woman's side, the looks are like this. The looks category is like this. And there's so much else that she wants to be looking for in the personality of that person. So girls, what they're looking for in guys are, is this guy popular? Like it or not, but it's not the best looking guy who's the best with the girls. It's the most popular guy. It's the guy who's the most extroverted, who's the most talkative, who's the most funny, who's the most chill with everybody else. This is the person, and this is the thing that girls are really looking for in a attractive quality guy. Is he popular? And this basically just means, do other people like him? This is a very attractive trait to human beings. It's not exclusive to girls, to guys. It's inclusive of everyone. It's inclusive to guys. It's inclusive to guys to guys, girls to guys, girls to girls. Right? And so this is just an attractive quality trait. However, women tend to find it more attractive in a guy that they are looking or wanting to see if he is a good candidate to date or to be with. So do other people like him? And I think this is the main distinction between what females find attractive, what girls find attractive, and what guys find attractive. Guys, of course, find the looks attractive, and of course the personality attractive. But if the looks are not there to begin with, this person is not taking care of themselves physically in a healthy way. Their hygiene is not there. They either have a really bad smile, their teeth are messed up. There's a whole bunch of other things that go into what makes the standard of what I'm going to look for in a girl. And like it or not, she can have the best personality in the world. If the looks are nowhere there, it is going to be almost rape to myself to be in a relationship with that girl. I would never want to be in a relationship with a girl, even though I loved her personality so much, if the physical attraction was not there. And there's 4 billion women on this planet, 2 billion probably that are, at least a billion, that are of around an age that is suitable to date. And so you have a lot of options between the one person who, oh my God, I relate to this person a lot, but I really don't find any physical attractiveness with her, versus I could probably still get this emotional connection and the physical connection on top of that too, out of as many people are in this world. But the thing is, I get to have this standard because I have the standard for myself. I have the standard that I take care of myself. I have the standard that I do myself. And as much as I put as much work as I can into myself, me will still not be the standard for someone else. Some girl's standard will be here, and I will be here. And I simply cannot amount to that because she's been with guys who are way taller. She's been with guys who come from different demographics, who have this certain type of vibe to them. And the look is secondary to that, but she genuinely may just not, I may genuinely not just be her type, right? And at that point, it's not about you're not up to my standard, it's I'm not your type. But for a girl who's morbidly overweight, for a girl who does not know anything about her looks or what it means to be attractive in that way, it's not going to be the same as this. It's not, you're not my type, you're my type. It's just I don't find you physically attractive at this moment because you're doing something with your looks that I don't like, right? And so I guess it would be the way that you are living your life is not my type. And I make a big point of this because for me to even get into the emotional part about a relationship, the physical attraction needs to be there first. Needs to be there first in real life. If it's online and I'm texting you beforehand, that's something different. If I am talking to a lady, texting for a year straight, and we are clinking together, and the opportunity, and I don't know what she looks like, and a year later, I see what she looks like, and she is just horrible looking. As much as I love that person in an emotional way, I don't know how I would react. I don't know how I would feel because I've never been in that situation. But the physical intimacy, the physical attraction would, and I would see that person, I'm not physically attracted. The emotional attraction would still be there, and I would still probably have love for this person. But would it be like, I want to make love to you? There's a difference between those two. And if you want a girl who is good looking, who takes care of herself, you need to be, as much as you can, matching that standard in your own looks and your own popularity. So popularity is not being famous. It's not being like insanely fucking ripped out of your mind, having the most money. Being popular just means you're cool. People like you. And the way that people like you is that you have to talk to other people. So you have to provide value to others. And now, even if you don't have anything, you don't have money, you don't have resources, you don't have anything that you could give of value to other, you have your words. You have your experiences. You have your stories. You have who you are. And this is what's going to make up your personality. If all this that comes off is boring, it's try hard. Oh, you know, I got my third card today. It's boring. It's try hard. It doesn't come off in this fun, this person has his own life type of way, well, a girl's not going to be attracted to that. But if it comes off exciting and just like you do it for fun, it's not you're not trying to show off to anybody, that's going to be way more attractive. And so the way that we give value with our words, our experiences, and our stories is by using these to invoke emotion. With my words, the way that I speak, I can invoke emotion into you. I can invoke thoughts and feelings because I have the influence to do that. And so if you want a attractive woman, if you want to attract women, this is going to be your best bet. Providing them value with your words, experiences, and stories. And now, if you're in a setting in which you get to see that person often, it's about doing this to everyone. When I was in a work environment and I would get to see the same people over and over again every single day, it wasn't like I was going up to them being like, okay, I'm going to talk to them, provide them value so I can be seen as someone who's popular. That's not what's happening. That's very manipulative, and that if that's your sole reason for talking to someone, it is a manipulative. And that wasn't the reason at all for the reason I did talk to those people, or for the reason I do talk to people. Now, the reason I talk to people is to have fun. And the emotion that I'm transmitting when I am talking to that person with my words, experiences, and that emotion is fun. Girls just want to have fun. Popular song, but it's there for a reason. When a girl is with you, she does not want to be super thinking about like all the bad shit in her life. She does not want to be like super logical. She wants to be she just kind of wants to just let loose and be with someone who's playful and is not overbearing, is not going to weird her out. Someone who she can feel comfortable with. And you can make someone feel very comfortable with you by just being fun. And if you're able to have fun with yourself, you're going to be able to have fun with other people very easily. And some characteristics of you being fun is that you're free associating, meaning that you're not really stuck in your head at all. You can always be able to carry the conversation, carry the convo. You're able to emote. And so things like this, free associating, you're not in your head thinking about, oh my God, what's the perfect thing I say? It's not about the perfect thing you say. It's almost the complete opposite. It's like, what is the most imperfect thing that I can say that does not allow me to get trapped in my head? As soon as you get trapped in your head, it's going to be very hard to allow yourself to be in this fun state of mind. When you're carrying the conversation, when you're talking to anybody, it is you're the one who's starting the conversation, and depending on how long you want it to go, you need to be the one putting in the work first. If they're not putting in the work after you've been trying for a little bit in the beginning of the conversation, they most likely don't want to have that conversation, and then you should walk away and respect their time and your time. And lastly is to emote. To emote is to be expressive. To emote is to laugh. It's to, when you're telling a story and things are getting serious, it's like you come down into this pitch and you lean in a bit and you have that emotion into you. You're able to demonstrate emotion with your body language, with your eyes, with the looks that you give. I remember one of the funniest things that ever happened is these two people were looking at some pictures at work, and I walked by them, I looked over their shoulder, and there's two women, and they're like, and they were a bit older than me, and they said, hey Hassan, you must have been like 2 when these pictures were taken. They were looking at some old pictures, and it was an obvious tease making fun of how young I was at the time, and compared to them. And all I did was, like, it was very funny, but I didn't go, ha 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 ha, because that's not how I felt. I just went, gave them a, yeah, you got me look, and I walked away. And they laughed because of that, because it wasn't me being over the top. It was just being like, you got me, and I expressed that with my look in a very subtle way. That's an example of emoting. I'm not exactly saying what I feel, but I'm expressing it through my face and through my body and through more subtle ways. So that's one way that we can get our fun up, which would make us more popular, and in turn, women are going to be attractive to that, and that's how you can attract more women, is be a better person. And the same exact thing goes for women. If you want to attract a man, yes, improve your looks, but also improve your personality too. And you can be more fun and popular, and you can talk to guys. And most women are already pretty okay looking. It's just that, listen, man, if you don't believe in standards, or that people date based on looks to some degree, well, you're just going to be wrong, okay? You're just going to be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Imagine like we have all these people. Now, is there a one human in life? Yeah. This one human probably never showers, never takes care of themselves, beats their kids, beats their cats, is fucking a horrible human being. This person probably takes care of themselves, has a loving family, good friends, goes out on an adventure, is stable in a lot of ways, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. And there's clear differences between this person and this person. This person probably is not popular at all. No people like them. This person, a lot of people do want to like them. And so there are most definitely rating systems when it comes to looking at another human being. However, this is not purely based on your looks. Is it a little bit? Yes. But is it purely? No. And again, like I'll say, for a guy, I would say half are the looks, and then half is the personality. For a girl, I would say a little bit is the looks, and the rest is the personality. This is the only difference that I have found in guys versus girls. And there's a clear difference why. Usually the guys are the initiator. Usually the guy is the one going to go up to the girl, start the conversation, and he's going to be the one escalating and leading it forward throughout the relationship, whether that be long or short. The guy is going to be the one moving the things forward, suggesting that they go new places, trying to make it go forward while the girl is going to be there for the ride. And the reason why I think guys are so much more into the looks part is because they need that sense of, oh my God, that sense of lust when they look at a woman so beautiful that they go over and talk to them. Because if I was attracted to your personality only, or as much as girls are, I would never have the willingness to go over and actually talk to you, because yeah, you're somewhat good looking, but do I really know who you are that much? No. And so this is why in relationships you may see something like this, where the guy is more in the pursuant role in the beginning, while the girl is more in the being chased role. And then after time, they actually tend to switch. Again, just a theory. But this scale definitely shows that there are differences between the attractiveness of a human being, and the attractiveness is just not physical. So if I was a guy and I'm over here somewhere, right, my standard for the woman I'm looking for is first I have to see what they look like. If I could just look at their personality and then take away this and then look at them, it would be a completely different story. But that's not how the real world is. The real world is, I don't know who you are. I need to see who you are first. Then I walk up. Then I talk. And so my standard 3-4 years ago would have been like, yeah, I'll take this. But my standard nowadays is more above here. And this is purely in the looks category to even go up and start the conversation. And then I'm going to start perceiving your personality. Do you have a type of personality that I like? Are there common interests between us? Do we tend to get along? Do we vibe? Do we click? Is there some type of chemistry? But I need that initial looks category to be fulfilled for me to even want to have that conversation with you. And then say you are like an 8, but your personality is no matching. It doesn't match for us. Even though you're an 8, the personality is good, but the personality is ass, this would be better for a short-term relationship, not a long-term, because the personalities don't match. If we find each other physically attractive, short-term may work because there's no emotions, or there shouldn't be emotions attached to that. And if this is something that you say, personality doesn't match, but you're kind of attractive, you want to communicate that this is a short-term relationship, not going in, oh my God, I'm going to marry you. But in the back of your mind, you're like, I hate this person. That's not what it should be like. That's not how I advocate for anything on this channel. But if there's no emotional connection, that long-term is not going to work out. And long-term, you want a partner who is, who matches as much boxes as you can find. And so they may be an 8, but guess what? They don't have the personality. There's a lot more women out there. And I know I've attracted an 8 before. And guess what? For an 8 girl to be attracted to you, you need to be a fucking 8 guy. You need to be on top of your shit too. But again, it's not about the looks. It's about the personality for when they're looking at a girl. When I'm going this way, I'm looking at this graph. When the girls are looking this way at the guys, they're looking at this graph. So quickly, I just want to go over why girls are attracted to personality. And I think I have like the best fucking point of view to talk about this, because I have been a person who has the ugliest personality. Not the ugliest personality. Let me think. I've been a guy who has had a very timid, shy, introverted personality, and I've also been someone who has been able to work on themselves a lot to cultivate an extroverted, confident personality. So the reason that girls are so attracted to personality, instead of so much of looks like guys are, is because of their traits. As much as any person would want to say about how the human brain works today, I'm a big believer in evolution psychology. Meaning the way that humans think, the way that their motives are created and formed, are largely based on the way that they evolved. And the way that a man's brain, or the way that humans have evolved when it comes to mating and dating and breeding and relationships and things like this, is that a woman in a man is looking for traits of protectiveness, and resource gathering capabilities. Okay, a lot of this are for good reasons though. Protectiveness, meaning things like their dominance, their height, their assertiveness. Okay, this is why girls are so attracted to guys who are taller, is because they have a deep sense of dominance physically built into them. Can you still be cowardly as a tall person? Yes, but is it going to be less likely? Yes. A woman is going to find protectiveness attractive, dominance attractive, because if she is having a kid with you and another guy tries to come up and step up to you, or there's a predator, or there's some type of animal trying to hurt you guys way back in primal times, she needs a guy who is strong, built, who is able to protect them physically from that altercation. And in an evolution psych kind of theory, it's if a girl married a guy or had a kid with a guy who was weak, not confident, didn't stand up for him and his girl, and another guy came by, or another tribe came by, or an animal came by and started hunting for that baby that they had, or for anything to mess it up, well, a big strong guy is probably going to be more capable of defending him and his family, the woman and the kid, than that weak, unconfident guy. And so, in a primal way, that dominance is going to be attractive. And the way that you assert dominance, or you show that you have some dominance in today's world, is not by punching other people or being bigger than other people. Well, yes, being bigger than other people. If I put a scrawny guy and then a buff guy next to each other, and I say which one is more dominant, every person is going to say this guy. Now, when they meet that person, when they start talking to them, they get to know the personality, well, then that actually can shift. But off physical, pure basis, this guy is going to be more dominant 100% of the times. Now, you can show your dominance through your physicality, dominance, but like I said, looks are only a little portion when it comes to girls' attractiveness. And so the way that you actually show dominance is by your traits. With your personality again. A more dominant personality. A more dominant personality doesn't take shit from other people. It understands their value. It reframes things in a way that does not put them down, actually elevates them. And so an example of this would be if someone is making fun of you. So I love giving real world examples. I'm talking with some friends at work, and we're just having some boy banter shit talk. And another guy who is a friend is walking a bit further along. He's just walking by us, like 20 feet away. He can kind of hear us, and we're just talking. I'm like, "Ain't that right, Johnny? Ain't that right?" And he doesn't know what we're talking about, but I'm just saying it to include him or just to get his attention, see how he reacts. And he doesn't even look at us, but he keeps walking and gives a middle finger like this behind. Now, in a very subtle way, it's not him being mean, it's not him being aggressive. It's he's doing his job, he's doing his task, and we're obviously being a little teasing when we're like engaging him from so far. It's not supposed to be super realistic. He's not supposed to turn around and be like, "Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up, guys? What's going on here?" and completely distract himself from what he's doing. He obviously could. That would be a difference in his personality. But he kept doing what he had to, his task or his job was, gave the middle finger as he was walking to be like, "Yeah, whatever, fuck off. Like, I don't really care that much." And just kept doing his thing. That shows dominance in his personality. He didn't really care that much to stop and say, "Oh, what the fuck was going on? What was happening? Why'd you say my name? What was this? What was that?" And he didn't give in to the teasing so much of, "Ain't that right, buddy?" And he's like, yeah, of course that's right, awesome. And he could have said that in multiple different ways. He could have said, "Oh yeah, of course that's right," in a super like weak way. Or he could have said like, "Yeah, of course, bro," in a very more dominant way. And I guess that would have actually probably been more better if he was like, "Hell yeah," just agreed straight out with that confidence. So I really do think it comes down to the tonality that you have. And the personality where you have. It's where it's coming from. Where is it coming from? The best way to figure out the meaning of a word is to find the opposite of the words. So dominance, the opposite would be submissiveness. Anytime you're challenged, you just back down. Anytime that there's anything towards you going on, confrontation, you just give in. I guess that would be the difference. And so it's where it's coming from. Are you coming from a place where you need to impress the other person, where you want to win the approval of the other person? Or are you coming from a place where it's yourself, you're confident in who you are, and you're trying to boost the mood and the vibe around you? So, there's 3 different ways that he could have taken that, but that was just how it was that's just how it was. He just gave the middle finger and he kept walking. Dominance in the personality. Now, he could have just turned around very quickly, "Fuck yeah," and then kept walking back. And that probably would have showed dominance, and it also would have showed friendliness and teamwork, maybe even a bit of leadership. And so there was more things that he could have shown that were even more positive about him, but he did not have that personality. And so he just showed that more dominant version of him, which is better than being Oh my God, yes. What were you guys talking about? And the next is resource gathering capabilities. Are you a guy who's able to provide for the woman food, water, shelter, shit like that in the primal times? And then we take it back to the modern era. Are you a guy who is able to acquire money? Are you a guy who's able to take care of her stably? Are you a guy who has his own shit going on? Are you chasing your dreams? Are you ambitious? Are you going for more? Are you also popular? If you're popular and you have a lot of friends, well, those friends are going to have resources. And then when you're in need, you can call them up and be like, friend, resources, can you help me? Oh, of course I can help you. And so when a woman sees that you have friends and you have a lot of people who like you and people who respect you, what she is also seeing subconsciously, oh, he's attractive because if I'm ever in danger, if our kid's ever in danger, he has a lot of friends he can call. There's a lot of people that he has on his team to either help me and my kid, and they can back us up. And so he has a lot of resource gathering capabilities in his own terms, but also with his network that he has, the other people that he knows. And so this shows over here a lot of stuff, shows competence, shows he's social, he knows how to be liked, he's intelligent. And so these two things, this dominance, but also the ability to have social gathering capabilities, meaning you're good at socializing, you can make friends, and you're competent. You can get this stuff on your own, and you can always make it work out. Those are going to be attractive to women, especially quality women, but these are quality traits that a man needs to have in order to have that mutual attraction. So if you do want a woman who takes care of herself, is attractive, is a quality person, who can spend time with you, who can emotionally engage with you, well, then you need to be a person who is of quality. You can only attract what you are, right? To attract quality, you must be quality. So this has been this day's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more help with that, you can join the Discord for free or book a call one-on-one with me for my coaching. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video so much. Peace out. I love you. Bye.